You're tuned in to Tailgate Talk, where the grill is hot, the drinks are cold, and the sports stories never stop. Hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, and produced by Hollywood. Grab a plate, pull up a chair, and let's get this tailgate started.
Welcome on into the Tailgate Talk podcast, where the food is hot and the drinks are frigid. I'm DB Cooper, alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute, and behind the grill on the ones and twos, Hollywood. Hollywood. No, it's just, first things first. You look like Itty Bitty Ute with the cutoff. What's going on?
I know. Got a little haircut this week.
And you got a haircut.
Hair grows back fast. So felt while the hair was short, I might as well rock the cutoffs.
Okay, I like it. Guns out. Hollywood's out. Out of the closet, maybe. Itty Bitty Ute, how you doing, baby?
Oh, I'm so good.
Yeah?
I'm so good.
Tell me about it. Why are you so good?
It's Thursday night. It's the best day of the week. Just launch us right into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, baby.
Hollywood, what's your favorite day of the week?
Saturday. I love Saturday.
Can I sell you? Can I sell you on Thursday?
I'm
And
sold.
why it should be Thursday?
Let's hear it.
And I know Itty Bitty's sold. We've been sold for 20 years.
Yep.
Saturday's a great day. It's obviously in the top half. It's probably 2. But this isn't a selling point on 2. This is a selling point on 1, which is Thursday. Thursday's the beginning of the weekend. We have the whole entire weekend ahead of us. We don't work Fridays. When we were in school, we didn't go to school on Fridays. The parties are on Fridays. Everything fun about Friday, you get excited about on Thursday. So Thursday is like the end of it. Once you get to Thursday night, it is the best night of the week. You have the whole entire weekend to look forward to. You can stay up late because it doesn't really matter. I mean, you got to get through one more day of school or work. You can do that on a little bit of less sleep, right? So you can stay up late. But the issue with Saturdays is you dread all day of the next day being Sunday. Like, there is some dread on Saturdays because you're like, when you get to Saturday night, it's like the weekend's kind of over, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of back to work, all right? It started the new week is Sunday. That's really my selling point. Thursday is the best day of the week.
Yeah. And it starts the football week off.
True.
Right? Like, you have Thursday night football.
Always a decent college football game on Thursday. I feel like they've gotten away from that a little bit nowadays.
Yeah.
But that's a very good point. Kicks off football.
We've been spoiled this week, though. We've had some good MAC network or some good MAC conference games.
I will say, are you aware? You sound like you are maybe off of your laptop mic.
Okay. Nope.
It's somewhere close because we can hear you just fine. 7-Up. Shirley Temple. Oh, I love Shirley Temples. That was the 7-Up version.
Amazing.
It's kind of concerning that they're coming out with all these crazy good flavors all of a sudden. Like, what are they doing to us?
Yeah.
They're trying to distract us from something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it like a curveball good, or is it like go buy a couple 12 packs good?
I think it's go buy a couple 12 packs good.
Okay.
The first sip didn't knock my teeth off.
Sure.
But I'm probably the fourth now, and I'm like, every sip is really good.
Is this your first can?
First can.
4th sip, first can.
Yep.
Much better?
Much better.
Gosh, for some reason, the other one dropped. I don't know where the hell it went.
In the game.
Pats are up 10, 24-14, but I need them to get one more field goal at least. We got them.
How about New England just absolutely timing killing their head coach situation? Like, couldn't have planned it better. Couldn't be a better fit for the New England Patriots than that dude.
Yeah.
Some organizations are just smarter than others, bro. I mean, and nothing encapsulates that more in sports than the Patriots and Jets, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, I just was going to say that's the other end of the spectrum right now is they're playing the Jets, who that's the land where quarterbacks go to die.
It's the land where everyone goes to die, bro. I think, it's like between them and the Browns is like the worst franchises in the NFL by far over the history, right? But at least like New York has the location, right? Like how
Yeah.
it's tough to recruit to Cleveland. It's not tough to recruit to New York, and they still are colossal fuck-ups. And then they have to play the Patriots twice a year, every year, and just really, they just have to watch the Patriots very closely to see how an amazingly run organization is. It's kind of like the Pirates and like the Cubs, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Hey, something I'm really excited about, fellas. We got Chili Dog U round 4 coming around this week. Round 4. We're going into our 4th week of Chili Dogs on Saturdays. How are the tummies feeling?
I'll tell you what. After seeing everybody's post on X, Sonic might get my vote for where I get my chili dog this weekend. Looks good.
That's the thing. Like, if you're participating in Chili Dog U, I feel free to go back and do the same exact thing you did the previous week. I mean, we did that with our tailgates. Well, no, I changed it up to hot dogs. Yep. But feel free to if you're not if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of guy, go for it. But my recommendation is go different avenues. I did Sonic last week, and I recommend it. Maybe not outside of Chili Dog U, but I recommend it for Chili Dog U. It's a good experience. Do the footlong, every inch of it. I might try Maverick this week.
And I think that's what makes it special. Like if it was steak and eggs, go out there for the boys. It's got to be something that's not like super desirable, but something that you can stomach. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what makes it a good.
I agree.
Good.
And that's not shitting on chili dogs. Chili dogs are desirable. Don't get us wrong. Yeah. They might not be desirable every Saturday for a full month. And I mean, when we win the national championship, that's going to be like, I'm trying to do my math here. That's like 3 months of chili dogs every Saturday.
16 chili dogs in a row.
That's not desirable, but for a national championship, it is.
Yeah. Things I would do for a natty are unspeakable.
Dude, I'd gain 50 pounds for a natty, especially this year. Could you imagine this year?
Anybody, what are your top 3 things that you would do for a national championship?
I mean, there's a lot of things I would do for $20.
Top 3 for a natty. Ready? Go.
Natty? Probably drag my balls through a mile of broken glass.
Okay.
Be one.
Like
that. Eating insulation would be another. Giving up the cornhole.
Whoa.
That might be a step too far.
Yeah.
That might be a step too far. What about tasing your balls? Did you guys see the TCU fan says he's going to tase his balls? He's a burner, so who knows if he actually will. But
yeah,
he's going to tase his balls if they beat BYU. Would you do that for a natty?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I've told you guys I've been tased before, right?
No, tell the listeners.
It's not as bad. Not as bad as you think it is. No. So I used to work for, and we. I don't know if I can say this because the officer might get in trouble. I'll change it up a little bit.
There you go. Little gamesmanship.
So
you were working for an officer.
Yeah.
We had this group of guys that we would get together and hang out with, a lot like your guys' group that comes and goes to the tailgate, just a lot older. And
way older.
But back when we were your guys' age, we would do stupid stuff. And one of the things that we used to do was punishments, things like that. And so a buddy had a stun gun and a taser. And if you shoot the taser, you have to like register to put the prongs back in. But if you use the stun gun side, you can do that as many times as you want. So what we did is we had to lay down with our hands across our chest and had someone sit on our chest while we got tased. Because we were getting tased in the leg, if your hand instinctively wants to go to where you're getting tased, if your hand touches the prongs at all, it completes the circuit and you feel it throughout your whole body. If your hands stay up here, you just kind of feel it in your leg. Well, my buddy Chad, supposed to be sitting on me, instead of sitting down on my chest, he just kind of kneels up and doesn't really sit down. So as soon as that thing hit my leg, I went boom, completed the circuit, and for about 2.5 seconds, dude, it was a jolt. But then after, you're fine. Like, you don't feel anything at all. And then
you were just in the hospital this summer for
Yeah.
Heart issues, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with
dude,
completing
one of our
circuit injuries.
buddies is a little person, and he was like, yeah, I'll do it. He flopped around like a fish. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible.
Reminds me of Itty Bitty's worm when you talk about a fish flopping around like a fish. What's that, Itty Bitty?
I was gonna say, maybe this translates to the prostate issues you're having lately.
It might.
Prostate, heart, all of it. Well, the 70s sound like a lot of fun, Hollywood. The game this week, Utah versus not Cincinnati.
Baylor.
Utah versus at Baylor, the Baylor Bears. What are we excited about, gentlemen? What do we want to talk about?
I'm excited to see how they do against their quarterback. He's either on fire or he's throwing picks. And
Ooh.
so
Katie's calling
I
for
think
Blake
box,
Cotton.
the box him in. Blake Cotton season. Strap him up. Oh,
I like it.
We're gonna
I hope I think we see two picks from the defense. I think Utah runs the ball, does what they want on the offensive side of the ball, and then Baylor's going to have to throw to play catch up. And I think the defense is going to get pressure. It's going to be a couple of times where he gets a little wild with the ball. I think we ball hawk twice. But Baylor's better than I think a lot of people think they are. They can move the ball when they're hot, when they're throwing. They can move the ball downfield. So Utah's going to have to do what they do in the secondary to make sure that it's out of hand quick.
Well, I like it. Eddie, what do you got?
Yeah, I think Baylor is Cincinnati 2.0. I mean, good quarterback. They could get hot. They could score. Defense isn't that good. Their run defense is atrocious, so we're going to have an absolute heyday running the ball.
Their defense ranks 113th in rush defense
Yes.
against our third-ranked rush offense.
We're going to have an absolute heyday.
Give me, and I think Wayshawn's hitting his stride. I usually don't like to bet on guys that like Coach Witt starts talking about. You know, it just seems too obvious. I think the super obvious pick for every casual fan is going to be Wayshawn over rushing yards. But, I mean, everything aligns. I think I'm going over on his rushing yards no matter what the line set up.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, I think a lot of our backs eat on Saturday.
Love it. What else do you like? You like our defense, Itty? Secondary against Sawyer?
Yeah, I think we figured it out. I think we have the right group now. Blake Cotton is hitting his stride too. Same with Benny. I just think we're good, man.
I do like, and I use Action Network for stats. Congrats.
Jets just spit up the ball on their own 20.
I'm not a statistician, so they've been right from what I can see for these as far as this year goes. But I have their their passing offense ranked as 5th. Do you want to guess what our passing defense is ranked? According to what I have?
27.
In the nation?
Yeah, in the nation.
27.
27th?
I'll go a little bit better. I'll go 24th.
Were you about to change that, Eddie? Or no? Are you sticking with 27? Locked in.
Yeah, I'll go 27.
27. Would you believe me if I told you it's the 6th ranked passing defense in the nation against their 5th ranked passing offense? So, like, I like that our strength is against their weakness, and it seems like their strength is against one of our strengths as well.
Dang.
Their rushing offense is 84th. Our rushing defense is 66th. They can put up points. They're almost top 25. They're 26th in points for their offense, but we're top 10 in points given up, 9th. So
I mean, there's two things that are scary about this game. Is it's a perfect trap game.
sure.
Because we're favored by what, 7.5 now?
Yep.
8.5.
Last I saw, it's gone up to 7.5.
Yeah, the
Now
site
it's
that I've
8.5.
got has them at 8.5.
Yeah. So that's a trap spread. It's in Waco. They're fighting for a bowl game. They're fighting for a head coach. I
Cincinnati beat them 41 or 41-20.
Oof,
Yeah.
Utes by 50.
It was that in Cincy.
I'm
or
taking a
Waco?
page out of Xander's
It-
book. Utes
it-
by 100.
It was in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Arizona State did go into Baylor and beat them 27-24. I think that was with Sam Levitt. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as their schedule goes, maybe their most impressive win has been a 3-point win at SMU. At the time was impressive, but SMU's kind of fallen off.
Yeah.
They're coming off a 27-point win against UCF, but I don't know if that's much. They beat at home. They beat Kansas State by 1. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it feels like style points win or matter at this point. I would bet the blowout. Take Utah minus the points. I get the trap game theory.
Yep.
I just don't know if you can ever predict when the trap game happens,
Yeah. Here's a little fun
Please.
stat for you.
Please.
When the Utes score on their first drive, we are 7-0.
Yeah.
When we don't, we're 0-2.
Again, that goes back to the conversation that we've had a few times. I think there are circumstances where if Utah wins the coin toss, they should elect to get the ball. And very similarly, I think to BYU style, they're not a good play from behind type of team. I think
Yep.
if Utah can get out and play from ahead, they're in a much better position to win.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't think they need to do that against Baylor.
I don't know if that stat correlates with getting the ball first necessarily, but
No, because our defense is good enough to put a stop. But in situations where it's a fairly even match, I think whatever you can do to get that advantage plays.
Yeah. Yeah, both games that we were down early, Tech and BYU, and we lost. So the way, our style is, just like you said, Hollywood, it's jump on them and we're tough to beat, man.
where are you watching? Where are you guys watching the game? What are
Yeah,
your
so
plans?
it's ESPN2, so what, YouTube doesn't have it. I did upgrade the Disney Plus package. I will be at my house. Anyone is welcome here. They want to come join.
I'll be watching it from the Salt Palace. My daughter's got a cheer competition on Saturday. So I'll be watching it from the phone. I've got the headphones. I got everything set up. So I'll watch the game, and then her performance starts at 6. So I'll take a brief intermission and then jump right back into it. So
I
that's
might
where I'll be.
take you up on that itty bitty.
Yeah.
Any desire to stream?
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
I'll just have it on. Obviously, we won't show the game, but the camera will be on us. And if anybody wants to come hang out in the chat and we can read off chats and interact, during timeouts or whatever.
Yeah.
You down?
Let's do it. We'll just be in the basement, dude.
Okay. I'll plan on it. One reason I want to talk about that too, though, is because with the stat that you shared, I cannot wait after our first drive, whether it's a touchdown or not. Because it's the stat. Remind us the stat again. Go over the stat, please.
If Utah scores on the first offensive possession, we are 7-0. And if we
Okay.
don't, we're
I thought you
0-2.
meant if we were the first person to score in the game. So
No,
it's
just
just
our-
if we score on our
Our
first
first
possession.
possession. Doesn't necessarily matter when that is or who scored first, but our first possession. I can't wait to hear ball game. one way or another, whether it's good or bad. That ball game, when I'm with you after our first possession, our very first possession, when I hear ball game, that's going to hit so hard, bro. So hard.
12 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball game.
Yeah.
You know what's funny
might be
is
less than that. Could be the first play.
I was called out on that stat too. And they're like, well, what about Wyoming? And because it was a 3-0 halftime, but we kicked the field goal on that first drive. And nothing else happened until the third quarter.
We scored on the first drive, yeah.
Yeah. So 7-0.
Not necessarily touchdowns, which, I mean, look back at it. The game in Provo, just kicked the field goal.
Yep.
Anyways, anything else that you guys want to go over that excites you about the game or Saturday in general?
Getting back at, I feel like it's been a month since we've seen the Utes play.
Yeah.
Bye weeks are always tough because it's like, what else are you going to do? But it'd be good to have it back and, have something to look forward to.
I felt like the first bye week was perfect this year. This bye week, I definitely agree with you, has dragged on. It has absolutely dragged on. I think we're in the excitement of we're involved and in it. I remember last year, the bye weeks, man, I wish they could have been a couple weeks longer. It was by the end of the, when we're playing again, I'm like, damn it. Can we have back-to-back bye weeks, please?
Yeah, they're almost opposite, right? They weren't long enough because we were dealing with all the injuries, and now they're hot as a pistol, and it's like, just let them play.
Does that worry you guys at all that maybe we got out of our rhythm? We're in this giant rhythm, great rhythm, and it's a worry that get thrown off in by week.
I think Witt's a good enough coach. He'll keep the boys ready to roll.
Yeah,
and I think he's got enough incentive to kind of dangle the carrot and say, here's what's at stake, boys. Let's go out there and take care of business. That's why, honestly, we're going to start that. We're going to do the Hollywood 3-leg parlay, and it's Utes to cover every game from here on out. Because I think they run away with it.
Eddie, what do you got?
Yeah, I was going to say, because we were a little banged up after Cincy. I mean, Spencer Fano took a twisted ankle or knee or something like that. And so I think bye week came at a really good time for this 3-game stretch. But the last thing I was going to say about the game is this is a revenge game, guys. Because that Baylor game ruined us. That's the game they shoved Cam to the Gatorade cooler, no flag. We got intentional grounding instead. And
it's the same.
Last year sucked. Out.
I like that. I like that call on the revenge game. I haven't really thought of it like that just because we've beat them the last 2 times we played them. So, but that is a good call out, and all the more reason to want to kick their dicks in and blow them out. Before we get to Saturday, I'm excited. I'm going up to the Hunty tomorrow. As this comes out, it will be tonight, Friday night. Utah volleyball, big matchup. Holy War has BYU in town. At the Hunty. Excited to see that tonight, Friday night. And then I'm debating going up on Saturday before the game at 2:00, I believe. Let me double check. Hollywood, can you actually double check really quick on Utah women's basketball tip-off time on Saturday? I think it's 2:00. Our ladies, they have the number 25 ranked Washington Huskies in town. I don't know. I know not a lot of people keep up with women's basketball. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I personally, if you have kids that need to get out of the house and you want them watching the game of basketball, you like the game of basketball, you want them to be interested in the sport, or you want them to be on campus, you want them to be hearing the band, getting excited to see Swoop, maybe get a t-shirt, maybe a ball. These women's basketball games and volleyball games, for that matter, are tremendous. I mean, the volleyball games are $15 general admission tickets. Sit anywhere you want, $15. Either
Washington at Utah, 2 p.m. Saturday.
2 p.m. And our game starts at 5, right?
Yep.
Yes, but right now, so there is a deal going on. So the men's play at 7, women's play at 2. It's $10 and you get 2 tickets, essentially.
That's a hell of a deal. And especially if you can watch the basketball game on your phone. Go somewhere to eat and in between the games. Sometimes they'll let you stay there. They'll probably have the game on the big screen in between games. But just if anyone listening needs an idea to do on Saturday, you're looking to get out of the house. And again, especially if you have little kids, great environment up there, fun time. It's a fun team. Our women's basketball team's fun. They're young. Gavin Peterson's I had a pleasure to meet him. I didn't even tell you this at the men's basketball game last week. Walked in, he was standing right there, gave him a shake, told him good luck. Great guy. Chatted me up a bit. He's a hell of a recruiter. We just got another top recruiting class signed this week. We had a top recruiting class signed last year. These are all the incoming freshmen this year. We got Lonnie White back, who was a big contributor a couple of years ago. She transferred out, came back. She's been balling. But we got some balling young ladies, and it's a fun little program. So get up if you need something to do on Saturday, 2:00. Go watch some basketball at the Hunty. Anything to add on that?
No, that $10 to get both games is absolutely insane.
That's an insane deal. That's an insane deal. Jeez. Eddie, are you...
That's how you fucking cover, baby. You buy the line down to 12.5 and they win by 13.
Never buy the line. It helped you this time, but it usually doesn't. Never buy a point. If you like the bet that much,
it was half a point. It was at 13. So bought it down to 12.5. All
right. And don't get me wrong. Congratulations, it worked this time. I'm just saying in the long run, it's generally not a good practice to buy points. Eddie, do you have an update on what we are looking for as far as rooting interest for football this weekend?
Yep. The most important game, obviously, is ours. Got to be Baylor.
Got to be Baylor.
We are totally.
Yep.
The next two important are the SEC games. Bama versus Oklahoma. We need Bama.
Okay.
Third loss, Oklahoma gets them pretty much out of the conversation. It doesn't even put them in the SEC championship either, so they can't jump us. They'd be done. And the same thing goes against their rival, Texas. We got to have Georgia beat Texas. They're the two ahead of BYU. By the way, I did call BYU being 12 and us 13 again. So
good shout out.
Don't want to, toot on my reign.
Right.
What? There's 3 games that would really help us. Is Pitt beating Notre Dame? Game day's going there. I teased this with the Utah game, so I got Utah 2.5 and Pitt 17.5. But I think Pitt could actually do it. They're playing some good ball. But we'd also need Pitt to lose eventually, probably in the ACC championship. 4th, we need TC to beat BYU. That pretty much would knock BYU out, I think. So keep an eye on that one. The other one is Cincy over Arizona. We got to have Cincy keep winning.
Oh, really? So I'm still in the mindset. Can you hear me out on something?
Yeah.
If we get to Dallas and we win in Dallas, we're in.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like road number 1 should be wanting to get to Dallas, which is a Cincy loss and a BYU loss or a Texas Tech loss, right?
Yeah. So we need Cincy, BYU, Tech to all lose.
Two of the three
got to lose one more game.
One more.
And Tech's not losing. They have a bye week late, and they got UCF and Kansas State. So,
but when people say they're not losing in college football, we know. I'm with you. We probably don't want to bank on it. It's probably going to come down to Cincy and BYU.
Yeah.
But I'm on. I know. Why were we saying that Arizona needed to beat or Cincy needed to beat Arizona this week? Just to keep our resume nice?
Yeah. So we've blown out 2 ranked teams in the Big 12, and we lost the 2 top 10.
I think that's a positive if they win, but it's kind of a win-win situation in my mind. But I think the bigger win is Cincy losing and then beating BYU.
Let me ask you this question. We talked a little bit about this on Monday's episode. If Utah goes down and beats Baylor by 24 plus, BYU beats TCU, but it's a close game. Do you think that's enough for them to jump, or do you think they stand What do you think? Is it a
think so.
possibility for Utah to jump BYU in style points if they both win this weekend? I know if they lose,
I think so.
That's a mute issue. But if
Yeah.
style points matter, how many points more does Utah have to beat Baylor? And it's just a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
BYU fans, if you're listening, I'm not on here saying this is going to happen. Take a breath, calm down. Everything's going to be all right. We're just asking questions here.
Yeah.
These freaking,
I think
you want to get your heart rate up? Get on social media and see the shit that those guys talk.
Goddamn.
It'll boil your blood.
Take 10.
Yeah. Hey, take a water break.
Itty woody. Yeah. I personally, I don't think it's. I mean, there's a possibility for anything to happen. I don't think it's likely that it would play out that way. Myself.
You know, I was listening to the radio today, and they were saying like a lot of the rankings are based. Obviously, your record and your head-to-heads, like that's so big. But like how you're playing ball, that's why Florida State didn't make the playoffs when they were 13-0, because they lost their quarterback and they were barely squeaking out some wins against some bad teams, right? And so they're like, well, we can't put them in the playoff. But if Utah's going on a freaking killing streak, they're going to get in. So I'm fairly confident. I'm like 75% confident Utah are going to make the playoffs. But to Hollywood's question, Texas and Oklahoma lose, we move up 2 spots. We'll be at 11. BYU will probably stay 10.
Is there a world that Texas could lose close enough to Georgia that they wouldn't fall 2 spots?
No. They'd have 3 losses. We'd jump them. There would be a lot of teams that jump them. Vandy would jump them.
What if they lose close
Miami.
to Georgia but beat Texas A&M in the last week of the season? Could they re-jump us?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. I like it.
There's 2 more games to keep an eye on. This doesn't necessarily play a big role, but still keep an eye on. NC State at Miami. Miami's a couple spots behind us. So I guess they could jump us if they win the ACC.
I think they're 1 spot. I think they're 14, right?
They're 15.
Okay. Who's 4? Do we have 14 off the top of our
14's Vandy, and they're on a bye.
Okay. Yeah, they make me
So
nervous too.
we do got to cheer for Vandy to lose.
To lose. Okay, yeah.
And then another game to keep eye on is number 21 Iowa at number 17 USC. So I believe they're both 2-loss teams, so it'll knock one out. But the other one will probably jump pretty close to us, maybe even jump us.
I'm worried about all 3 of those teams eventually jumping us. I have a pessimistic outlook of it all. Money matters. I mean, it's not just Utah too. BYU fans are throwing. This is the appetizer of their hissy fit. With this week was how is Notre Dame ranked higher than us with their losses compared to R1 and all this and that. The reality is if Notre Dame gets in, they're going to draw 5 times more eyeballs to TVs than BYU will, which means more money for ESPN. That's the reality of it. So that's why Notre Dame's ranked higher in my mind. That's why I'm nervous. I'm not necessarily nervous about Vandy as much, but they're kind of a darling, so maybe, and they're in a good market. But Miami and USC for sure scare me in that aspect.
Yeah,
it's like if it's like between one. That's also why I'm a little nervous of Texas too. Even if they have 3 losses, if it's a 2-loss Utah versus a 3-loss Texas, the deciding factor in ESPN's playoff is how can ESPN make more money. I think.
Agreed. Yeah, there's a lot to worry about.
If the YouTube TV dispute doesn't tell you exactly what it's all about,
Yeah.
What a joke that thing's been.
I'm glad I have a friend that sold his soul to Disney to upgrade so I can see it in the comfort of a home. But if it wasn't, I don't know why anyone wouldn't just go to a sports bar, to be honest with you.
So I've got a question for you. I know talking about like the disrespect and stuff. Do you think Texas Tech should be ranked higher than they are?
I think if they had a Longhorn logo, they would be.
Yeah.
100%. I look at the teams ranked ahead of them, and I think there's 2 that are ahead of them that they would have issues with, and that's Indiana and that's Ohio State. I think everybody else in front of them, they take care of business against. And I for the life of me, I can't understand why they are not ranked higher.
The logo matters. The logo matters. The logo
Yep.
matters. If they had a different logo, if they had a Trojan, if they had a Luck of the Irish, if they had whatever, they would be
Yeah.
3 at least. At least.
Yep. And I think style points is going to be everything down the stretch here. Even if like it's an Ole Miss Bama SEC championship and Bama blows out Ole Miss, I can see Ole Miss with a 2-loss not even making the playoffs. So I don't know. Style points. And then back to the BYU point. So we said this after the Tech loss. Like we're going to be very interested to see how this team bounces back. Because Penn State, when they lost to Oregon, they turned that into 3 straight losses. Completely ruined them. They ended up firing their coach. It could happen to BYU.
You never know how a
It
team's going
could
to bounce
happen.
back from a loss. You never know.
Yeah.
And they've already gotten lucky a couple times.
Yeah.
So like maybe they don't get lucky again. And they don't bounce back. Who knows? They might
Yeah.
bounce back and look tremendous, but I'm with you. We've paid attention to the Utah line going from, I think it opened at 5.5 or 6.5. We're saying it's up to 8.5 now. I don't know if anyone's noticed the TCU line has gone the other way.
Yep.
Opened at 6.5 down to 4.5.
It's 3.5 now.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be getting nervous if we get in the championship game or the playoffs with 2 losses and they get left out with 2 losses of either of those. I can't. Oh, it's going to be so funny. The meltdown is going to be so funny to witness, and I'm just going to soak it all in. It's going to be.
And we talked about it once on here, but like we were too nice during that 13-year whatever stretch it was that we
Way too
dominated.
nice.
We were way too nice.
Way too nice.
I'm going to be the biggest ass
Yep.
once we're back.
I don't know. Did either one of you guys get a chance to try either one of the drinks of Hollywood's recipe last week? I'm going to tell you another recipe. So what you want to do here, okay? You want to find a couple of BYU fans, okay? Put your arm around them, console them. When things don't go their way, okay? You're going to hold a bucket underneath them, and as the tears fall, you just drink those tears. It's like finding the fountain of youth.
Wow.
There's nothing better. Cougar Tears.
Cougar Tears.
Hollywood's recipe
Wow.
for the week.
Incredible. Hollywood's recipes. You never know when they're gonna hit. Only hope to contain them. What else we got, fellas? That's all I got.
Chili Dog U. We got to talk about people already doing it.
Yes. Let's get some shout outs for people that
go.
have already contributed to Chili Dog U this week.
So Steve Bartle just posted his picture.
The
He
goat.
just got it going.
There you go.
David Durant, 37 minutes ago, 2 chili cheese dogs. I gotta show this, but these look incredible.
Oh, those are homemade.
Oh yeah, they're homemade.
It's got the Dixie plate.
Swoop Dog
oh.
said that's the best picture he's seen in the Chili Dog U. And man, thoughts and prayers to Flashback. Didn't think he
Dang.
deserved that.
Yeah, David Durant going hard. We have about like 15 people committed. I'm hoping more people jump on.
Maybe will.
I am doing a homemade chili dog. So DB, if you come up, it'll be ready
Oh, perfect.
pre-game.
Oh,
So you
perfect.
don't even need to worry
What
about
time
it.
will these be ready?
perfect.
These will be ready at 3:30.
Well, I might be driving past your house. My daughter's got a soccer game up in South Weber.
Yeah,
I might just hop on the road and come by and swing by and grab one.
3:30. I know we got like Kim Jong Yu is committed. Glass is committed. Obviously the Father Stews, the Flashbacks, the Swoop Dogs. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot more this week. And please tag us for the love of
Please.
God.
Please tag us. Hashtag
Yeah.
Chili Dog U. as well. There was Discovered SLC was in our YouTube comments and wanted his shout out as well for doing Chili Dog U. I went back. There was no hashtag. So if you want a shout out, guaranteed,
Yep.
get the Chili Dog U hashtag going. So we know.
Just got another one, Landman U. He did not do the hashtag, but he had 2 chili dogs tonight, and they look incredible.
Love it.
Get that
Chili Dog
hashtag.
U.
I was guilty of calling out the hashtag and then not even using it on my post. I'll be better this weekend.
That
I
was
promise.
incredible. That was incredible. Hey, should we do a hashtag for this? Yeah, that's a great idea. First post.
I'm an
on
ideas
Saturday.
man.
No hashtag.
I'm not an action man. I'm an ideas man.
Incredible. Fellas, you got anything else?
I got one more thing. I don't know. I know we talked a little bit about it over the last couple of weeks, but the Internet Invitational wrapped up their last episode tonight. Phenomenal finish.
No spoilers. I don't.
I
want
won't
spoilers.
spoil anything, but those of you that know, Beef passed away
Don't spoil.
before. No, I know.
Right.
No. All I'm saying is Beef passed away. He was one of the guys that made it to
In the finals.
the last finals. Such an incredible job that they did with that whole production, and a tribute to that guy. Crying, honestly, watching it. They did such a good job. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Internet Invitational by Bob Does Sports and Barstool. Good boys, or the good guys. Phenomenal content on YouTube.
By the way, that reminds
Love
me, fellas. Frick. I know Barstool's paying us, and Bob Does Sports is paying us. Aerotech Manufacturing, around since
67.
Yeah,
6'7".
It is 67.
are you sure?
100%.
Aerotech Manufacturing, North Salt Lake, been the best in the business since 1967. They are in the Tailgate Talk U business as a sponsor for any of your precision sheet metal fabrication needs, radiant ceiling panel needs, or carpet cleaning truck mounts. When is that
Yes.
happening for the Prius Itty Bitty?
Off season.
Off-season work.
We're focused.
Any of those needs, Aerotech Manufacturing North Salt Lake is the company for you. We thank them for the sponsorship and all that they do for us. Shout out, over 55 years, best in the business for any of your precision sheet metal fabrication, radiant ceiling panel, or carpet cleaning truck mount needs. That's Aerotech Manufacturing. Fellas, if there's nothing else, anything,
I got one more.
please.
Put out the vibes now that we get an 8:15, 8:30 kickoff for Kansas State to send off on the year. So good vibes. We want a late kickoff. Give us a 12-hour tailgate for this year to. Oh, it's been
One
healing.
last one would be Cap. I would even take like a 5 or 6, just with how it gets dark early.
Yeah.
Now I would take that, but I would love
Ooh,
just
6 o'clock
banger
would be a
12.
window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be nice.
Nice.
But I would take a 12-hour tailgate over all of them to cap us
Yeah.
off. So
Yep.
Man, this year's been so healing, guys.
so good.
Not only
so
the
good.
football, but the weather, this weather. I was 70 degrees today.
It's sweating,
Yeah.
sweating. Love it.
So-
Boys,
it up.
I don't
Soak it
know
up,
if you
fans.
guys did this either, but we hit the Utah State season over wins last week. We're gonna hit the Utah season over wins this week.
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm
If you're
pounded.
following from the beginning of the season on your futures bets, you're doing great.
That's absolutely right. I'm pounding Wayshawn over rushing yards. So if anyone wants to join in on that this week and watch me and Itty Bitty sweat it out live on stream in his basement, holding each other and cheering on the Utes, come to our YouTube channel. We'll be streaming it.
Yep.
And speaking of hashtags, I'm going to start the hashtag Hollywoods Parlay, and we're going to show
Hey.
Utah minus the points this week, and then I'll have 2 open legs. I'll do Utah minus the points next week and Utah minus the points the last week. We're going to hit it. Should be great.
Incredible.
Last thought. I know preseason we gave our record predictions.
Mm.
I was 9-3. We're favored in the last 3. Looking like 10-2, 9-3 of a slip up. So I feel good about
Incredible.
mine. What was your guys' remember?
I had 8-4 after the UCLA game. I adjusted to 1 game to 9-3. I know that's cheating. I'll take the 8-4. I'm happy if I'm 2. I'm thrilled if I'm 2 games off on that.
Yep.
Yeah, itty bitty. You and I both did 9-3 on the
Okay.
season. So looking like we're going to be
We're looking good, guys.
pessimists at the beginning of the season, but hell, they've had a great season.
1
Yep.
game off isn't a bad prediction, fellas.
Yep.
It's another episode of Tailgate Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers. Share it with your grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, anyone. Tell them to subscribe. Even if they don't even know what it is, just take over their phone and subscribe for them. Let's get to 100. We love you guys. As always, go Utes.
Go Utes.
Go Utes.
That's it for this episode of Tailgate Talk, hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute. Produced by Hollywood. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your tailgate crew. Join us next time for more sports talk, food, and fun. Until next time, keep the grill hot and the stories hotter.